Alright, real quick, let me just explain what a closed species is for anyone who doesn't know. A closed species is basically an original species that is closed off by the creator, which means that the only way you can use them is to pay or give exposure or something. Already, some of you might know I have a problem with this concept as is, but for some of you, probably not. You're probably going to come up with an argument on how these are beneficial to artists and how you can pick up an artist's career or whatever. Newsflash, there are these really cool things called commissions and adopts and stuff like that. People who run a closed species, as far as I've seen, are very sensitive about anyone using their species without permission. For example, let's say I make a new character that is a wolf-deer hybrid, and all of a sudden this random person comes to my comments telling me to delete the character because it looks too much like their closed species, and I never got their permission to use it. Like, yeah, sure, maybe I did something that looks similar to their species, but maybe instead of telling me to delete it, you can just, tell me. It's my character, you don't have any control over what exists. It's like saying you've discovered every dog in the world, and someone comes along who discovered a new dog, and you said, delete this dog from existence. I didn't discover it, so no one did. Doesn't that just sound kind of stupid? It also kind of relates to making a character that looks too similar to another's. Unless it is a proven copy from a person, then it's perfectly fine. Even then, it's not a big deal. It's like identical twins or people who just happen to look very similar and everyone calls them your doppelganger and stuff. If you take inspiration from someone else's species or character, then you're developing as an artist. You're not breaking any laws, as far as I know of. I think that any species that is open for a person to use without any money or approval from a person is a much better way to handle it. I kind of have an example of my own. My wolves and War of the Wolves are not a different species exactly, but they are a bit different since they're more colorful and are personified like humans. I try to let people use the obscure wolf species because then it promotes it a lot better. If people have to pay for your species, not as many people will want to or be able to promote it. You can get money from adopts of characters from your species if people can't figure out how to make a good, valid character, but closing the whole species is kind of stupid. Now, maybe it's not money, maybe it's exposure or something. Maybe you have to join a group or draw someone else's character to get access to the species. This is probably a better way to do it since more people are able to do it. I'm not saying that any method of closing a species are invalid or dumb. I'm just saying that forcing people to pay for access to a species is stupid. So I guess this was kind of clickbait then. That's all I want to say. I forgot how to edit gameplay footage apparently, so I'm just ranting over me playing Plague Inc. while the coronavirus is going around. So yeah, stay safe and I'll see you next time.